watching Startup Central, the only show of its kind on Indian television dedicated, of course, to startups, with technology, innovation, disruption, anything to do with the new economy. I'm Nayantara Rai, working from home. Before the commercial break, we got you a very special interview with Swiggy. And now I'm going to invite my next guest, very big, in charge of home delivery of groceries, fresh food, vegetables, all of that. My next guest is the co-founder of BigBasket, Menon. Thank you so much for joining us here on Startup Central. You and Team BigBasket are also part of the foot soldiers, the warriors that we need to celebrate every day. You know, once BigBasket becomes more normalized, the operations, I know a lot of us will go to sleep better at night knowing I've got my back covered. I know I can log on to BigBasket and get deliveries. Before we get to that, and it's a long 21-day long war for all of you guys, literally, what's the difference between day one and day three? We know there have been hectic meetings with the Prime Minister's office, Commerce Minister, for example, just 24 hours ago.
Yeah, Nayantara, I think it's been extremely difficult 3 days, really, really difficult, actually, unprecedented. It really started, almost 12 days ago, actually, when we realized that, or people realized that, there is this threat of this virus, coming in. And we saw a huge surge in orders. We were kind of not prepared for the kind of volumes that we saw. But we could actually deliver a lot of them. Things went fine, and then the trouble really hit. Essentially on last Sunday, with that Sunday when we were all locked in, and we had special permission to actually deliver groceries that day, but we couldn't because I think there was a communication gap between what the center said and what the states got to know, and that's fine actually. So we were asked to stop and go back. So we actually couldn't deliver much that whole day. And when that happened, we had actually shut operations on that Sunday, and we said we'll try and resume again on Monday. The problem was that we didn't have too many people who came in because of all the trouble that we had with deliveries on Sunday. So we couldn't do much on Monday and Tuesday either. And then there was this announcement of the 21-day lockdown. Now what happened was that it took us a little while to actually resume operations. So we were not operational for almost about 3 full days. And then we went to the government officials, and that's one thing I must say, the government officials really worked in good speed, really worked fast, supported us across the country, and made sure that we were up and running in exactly 2 days. So as of now, as we speak now, we are operational in all our cities, except in Kochi, which I think we are working on getting operational soon. There are no issues with authorities there, or there are no issues with clearances there. It's just that a whole host of people who are working with us have all gone home, and so we're trying to get them back. But other than that, we are completely operational in 25 cities. And the last 2 days, the government has done huge amount of work to make sure that all the authorities in each one of these cities actually, supported us, gave us our passes, gave us what we wanted, and we're up and running.
That's an amazing feat, that third day of the lockdown, you're operational in all your cities, barring one, which is not because of any other reason, but I'm sure just a small technical thing which you'll figure out very soon. But Menon, I want to let you know that before we had you on the show, we of course promoted on digital that we're going to have the founder of BigBasket. Do you have any questions? And the biggest question that we seem to be getting on Twitter as well as Facebook and Instagram is, when will we see the return of next day deliveries? That's what happens. You give them something, everybody wants a lot more, right? But since they're hearing from you straight up, do you think that's even possible during the lockdown?
Yeah, let me just tell you what happened actually. So we're operational now, and there are essentially 2 things that we are really fixing. And it's important that we fix these two, and that's what's really causing the problem for customers that you're hearing. The first is that, because of this 3-day shutdown, a lot of our people went back, like, they went to their respective homes, etc. And so what we were doing all along during the shutdown, because we knew that we would actually be back soon, because I think food needs to be delivered, people need to eat. So the government would do everything to get us up and running, so that we're able to deliver essential food to homes. So we kept in touch with each one of our associates, what we call them, which is essentially our blue collar workforce, and we just wanted to make sure that when we start, they come back. So that's the first thing that we're working on. So we haven't got our entire workforce in. That's the first thing, and we are constantly working on on multiple directions to make sure that we get as many of them back. Over the last 2 days, we've done pretty well on that. A good chunk of our people, I think they're almost 50% of our old people are actually back. A few of them will start coming back starting tomorrow. We are also recruiting, heavily right now to make sure that we get back to our old numbers. So the first issue that we faced was people, and we're trying to fix that and get to our required numbers very, very quickly, and which we will. So it's about 50-60% of the old people coming back, and the rest of it, we'll get some new people in. The second thing that's really important, and that's what I want to state now, is what happened was that over the last 3 days, we built a huge backlog of orders. There were customers who had placed orders, paid money, etc., and were waiting. And then we had to shut down for 3 days. And that number is a staggering number, which is almost about over 300,000 orders that we actually had to actually end up delivering, which is really the backlog. So that's what we're doing today, and that's what we've been doing since yesterday. Cities opened in a staggered manner between day before yesterday and some of it today. So we are now actually first delivering the backlog. So my big request to all our customers is that please bear with us. We are back. There is absolutely no issues on supplies. It's just that we are just so many orders to deliver that you will find a few things out of stock, but we'll bring them back. There are absolutely no issues with supplies. Our farmers are ready. They're working to supply us. Staples are available. FMCG products are available. So we will now not have a problem on that front. The issue is that one is that we're getting our people back, which we will. Second is that we have a huge backlog of orders. And it's only fair that we first service those orders. These are customers who've paid money, waited, and we'll clear that. So we expect to finish all of this in the next couple of days. And hence, the real questions that you're getting from people is that not just when I'll get next day delivery, currently they're not even able to find slots, when they come in. And because our slots are booked for the next 7 days, essentially because there are old backlog to deliver. So we are clearing that very quickly. We are ramping up very quickly. And I think in the next couple of days, we should be done with that. And after which you will see normalcy, you will see customers being able to come in, place orders, and get stuff. But I still think, it'll take us a while to get to next day or same day delivery, because, what's happening is the order volumes are double or 2x of what they were earlier. And hence, for us to build capacity to make sure that we're able to cater to that kind of a surge will take us a little more time. So what will happen essentially is that people will be able to place orders. You will not get, same day or next day delivery. You will get it in about 2 to 3 days. But I think what's happening is that people are quite comfortable and okay with that, as long as they are assured of getting everything that they order in the next 2-3 days. We're also doing a few more things. We're trying to enable group buying in apartments, so that our vehicle just needs to go there maybe once or twice a week, where they consolidate orders across the complex and give us one order. We go and deliver the order, and it gets distributed to all of them. That feature just got built, and it's getting rolled out today. So that's the other thing that will help apartment complexes. Like this, we are doing a few things to make sure that we are able to deliver in 2-3 days. But one thing I can assure you, that we will deliver most of what people order. So that is a big thing, and that's really what customers want today, and not necessarily same day, next day delivery.
Okay, that's very heartening to know that you're also adding new features in the app, which will help you adapt with the times that we're in. One such feature, of course, being one truck that will go at one time to a condo complex and all of that. But Hari Menon, my ears did perk up, and allow me to ask this question once more. You think it'll take you 7 days to finish the backlog of the 3 lakh orders that you still need to execute? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, no, not 7 days. I said it'll take us a few more days. So I I suspect that
Okay.
we should be done with this entire thing by Sunday or Monday, which is early part of next week, when we should be ready. But what's happening also is that while we are actually clearing up this backlog, slots are going to open up. So it's not that people have to wait till the whole thing is cleared. Because as and when we keep clearing the backlog, slots keep opening up. So people will find slots opening, maybe even starting tomorrow, day after. So that's what you'll see happening.
Okay, great. So in some cities, you will see slots opening up tomorrow, day after. The backlog should be finished by Monday. Now, Hari Menon, you touched upon this a bit, the surge in volumes that you saw. There is, of course, still a fear that, during the 3-week long lockdown, yes, you've had the government come out and promise as well and all of that. There is a fear. Will we run out of supply of fruits and vegetables, of food? Will we, because we don't know what's really happening in the hinterland either, right? How are you so confident that you'll have stock, that your warehouses will be full, that you'll have supplies?
Because we are actually seeing it. There's no reason for anything to happen at the in the farms, right? There is no impact of this there. So there is enough produce. In fact, there are a lot of farmers coming and telling us that they have more than what we need. There is more supply, and frankly, we are not able to do much about it. But we will very soon make sure that they don't struggle with that kind of a problem. So absolutely clear. FMCG companies are very, very clear with us, saying, don't worry about supplies. We will make sure that you will get what you want. We will make sure you will get it in higher frequencies if you want. So if a supplier supplies us maybe twice a week or once a week or 3 times a week, they're willing to even supply us every day. So there are a lot of assurances that we've got, and we are sure of one thing, that we don't see any reason why supplies would be choked, and this I'm absolutely sure of. And this is what I need to assure customers, that we will make sure that we have supplies. Please bear with us. It will take a little longer for us to deliver, because the surge is much higher, and hence delivery availability will be a couple of days away. But once you build that cycle, I think we should be completely okay. The other thing I really want to use this platform to tell everybody: please don't buy more than what you need, because I can assure you that supplies are in place. And because when you do that, you're actually depriving of a lot of others to get stocks. So please just buy what you need, and that's one thing that I want to tell everybody.
Stop hoarding. I think that's a big message that we keep getting from companies. Don't hoard. We have enough. Hari Menon, I'm going to make this the final question. You've given some fantastic insights. You are an immensely popular brand. Everyone has been waiting for you to come back, and you said you're back. Your people are coming back. You'll add new people. You talked about one feature, which is that, how you're building it into the app, that a truck goes at one time to a condo complex, maybe once or twice a week. How else are you, adapting to the lockdown? We don't know how long the lockdown will be, if there'll be a second wave, or all of that is going to change the way we also do business forever, maybe. It's the biggest disruption that, humanity's ever gone through. So having said that, how else are you adapting?
Yeah, so there is one more thing that we will see customers choosing to do, and we're already seeing it in many places where customers are really now looking for what is called contactless delivery, right? They don't want any contact to happen. In fact, a lot of complexes are now saying that, can you just leave everything at the security, so that people could just come and pick it up there from there. Or leave it just outside the door. Now we've launched the contactless service, so it's available now. We launched it a couple of days ago. But for this, we are again saying one more request to our customers, is that please, as much as possible, prepay your orders. Please use all forms of digital payments, so that orders can be prepaid. It's either using wallets or using your card, so that one, you can actually use our contactless delivery service, where we can just leave the stuff in nice paper bags outside your door, or just leave it at your security, so that you could at your convenience, go and collect it. Second is it also saves us a lot of hassles and a lot of trouble of actually having to go and deposit cash, because in times like this, I think collection of cash itself is becoming a big issue from the banks. We are finding that there is a big slowdown there, and hence it will also save us a lot of this. So from both aspects, we urge customers to use digital payments, use prepaid options, so that we can get you the contactless stuff. Otherwise, I think we are adapting well. We've taken a lot of measures to make sure that our employees are absolutely safe. When they come in, they're thermally scanned. Our places are all sanitized, including our vans, our crates. They use all the tools that are necessary to keep themselves completely safe. So I think we are adapting well. This will scale as we go along. As we get all our people in, we build our capacity. I think we'll end up doing fairly large volumes over the next couple of weeks.
Hari, very quickly, because we have to wrap up as well. Going into the lockdown, did you see a massive surge in foods that are, known to be good for boosting immunity, for building immunity? For example, did you see a surge in, let's say, haldi or amla?
No, not really. Actually, we've not really seen that as yet, because I'm not too sure whether whether there is enough reason behind people having to buy that. But we've not seen the surge. Our surge is essentially all the essential food, which is staples, fruits and vegetables, the basic personal care products, and of course all the hygiene related stuff, which is all your soaps and hand washes, etc. So we are seeing a huge surge in a very small set of products. So actually we've cut back on our range, because that's what we see people wanting. There's no point in carrying 40,000 products and getting people to look at such a long range. So we've cut back, and whenever people need it, we will keep increasing when we want, because we have all the stuff available anyway. So we're carrying a limited range right now, so that people get their basic stuff, and that's what they're ordering in large numbers.
Hari Menon, thank you so much for joining us here on ET Now, and from the entire team here, thank you for everything that you're doing every day. I know it's day 3, it's going to be 21 long days ahead, and like you said, you're back. And a big thank you to the entire team at BigBasket, which are also going out there, doing deliveries, making sure it's contactless, and they're the real foot soldiers as well.
Thank you.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's all the time we have in today's edition of the Startup Central. We got you two of the biggest brands out there that a lot of us rely on. Swiggy for food delivery, BigBasket to order our groceries as well as fresh produce. With that, we're out of time, so we're going to wrap up this edition of Startup Central. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch a button if you're watching us on the television or on your phone screen or your laptop, iPad, whatever. On the other side, the opening bell at Wall Street.